Hi there. We are going to do a brief stretch for our hamstrings, our hips, and our low back. This is ideal if you've recently gone for a bike ride or a long run, or like for me, I did a pretty intense lower body workout yesterday, and so I'm really tight today. So, or for any other reason that you might have, this is a great way to loosen up those areas. So let's start in down dog. Take your feet a little bit wider than you normally would for a down dog. Take your arms a little bit wider than you normally would, and really drop your chest towards your thighs. Press your heels back. Now bring your feet a little closer together and walk your hands in a little bit closer to your feet, just to the point where with your right hand you can grab the outside of your left leg. Drop your head and take a look underneath that left arm. Bring your hips over towards the center of your mat versus letting them fall towards either direction. And bring that right hand back down. Switch sides. Left hand to the outside of your right leg. Bring your hips back in toward the center. Left hand back down to the mat. Walk your hands out to a high plank. And then bring your knees down to the mat. Tops of the feet down. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Couple more just like that. Stopping anywhere along the way. If you haven't already, come back to your tabletop, drop your hips over to the left and just kind of lean into that left hip. And come through the center, lean into your right hip. Come back to the center, come forward a little bit more on your mat. Extend your left leg long behind you, ball mounds of the toes pressing down, and just press through the heel. And then take that left leg behind the right and just kind of slide it back in that direction as you bring your forearms and your chest down to the floor. Your forehead might come down as well. Press your palms into the floor. Come back up, but keep that left knee behind the right, but you're just going to kind of center them. You might even need to scooch into the center of your mat a little bit more. So that right thigh will be crossed on top of the left, and then sit back onto your booty. Bring your hands to the tops of your knee, or maybe at your shin if that feels nicer. And fold forward. You should feel a nice outer hip stretch. I'm actually going to wrap my arms around my top leg. And come back up. Keep that right knee on top, but just bring your right foot to the floor. Left arm lifts up. Take your twist to the right. Keep pressing that top foot into the floor. Sit as tall as you can. And come back to center. Sweep your right leg behind you. Come back into tabletop pose. Extend your right leg behind you. Ball down to the toes, press into the floor. So you're just stretching through the back of your right leg right now. Might feel it in your Achilles. Definitely your calf. And then bring that right knee behind the left. Just kind of slide it out as far as you can. Walk your Forearms forward, forehead and chest towards the floor. Press your palms into the floor, rise up. Bring your knees a little bit closer together and center them, but the right knee is still behind the left. Sit back on your booty. Reach your right arm up. Press your left foot into the floor and take your twist. Come back to the center. Uncross your legs. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. If you have a block, actually, if you have two blocks, that would be ideal. You could sit on one and then with the other one do it what I'm going to be doing right now. Reach that block up, breathe in, and then as you exhale, reach the block forward. If you can get it behind your feet, then you can take your hands to the block and push the block into the bottoms of your feet and use that resistance that you're creating to really stretch through the backs of your legs. Round your back, drop your head. Breathe in to your back body. As you exhale, soften your low back and your hips. You could feel this stretch all the way up through your glutes. If it becomes too much on your shoulders, then just release your hands from that block and stay forward. Rise back up. Bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly pose. Interlace your fingers, wrap them underneath your feet. Press your feet together, round your back and fold. Breathe into your back body. Exhale, soften into your quads and your inner thighs. Very slowly straighten out your elbows, rise all the way up. And cross your ankles, and one in front of the other, hands to the floor. Step into a downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, bring your left knee down. Clasp your fingers at your low back. Shift your whole body forward. Open up your heart and chest. Keep your left hip forward, draw your right hip back. Bend your back knee, catch your foot. Try for both hands, or maybe just with your right hand and your left arm reach up, or vice versa. Pull that quad in nice and tight. Release your foot, straighten out the right knee. Drive the heel into the floor, right toes towards your head, kind of flexing backwards. Fold over your right thigh as deep as you can. Bring your right foot to the floor. Start to bend into your right knee a little bit. Bring your hands to the inside of that right foot, way inside, and back over to the side of your mat. Come right up into a prasarita. Drop your head towards your mat or your floor, wherever you are. And then walk your hands to the back of your mat. Bring your right knee down, left knee is bent and foot is in front of you. Clasp your fingers behind your low back, heart and chest lift forward. Bring your hips towards your toes. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, straighten out that front knee. Slide the heel forward a bit. Exhale, straighten the front knee. Fold gently over your left leg. Try and keep your right hip forward this time and your left hip back. Then back into your front knee. Bring your left foot down. Tuck your right toes under and lift your right knee up off the mat. You're in a very wide triangle or pyramid pose. Your right heel will probably be lifted. We're just going to stay here for a breath or two like this, and then we'll shorten up our pyramid a bit. Now bring the back foot in slightly, or maybe even out towards the side of your mat, if that feels better. Hold as deep as you can here. And then walk your hands in, back in towards that prasarita. And walk them to the front of your mat. Right foot is forward. Left leg is long behind you. So walk it way back so that the heel is lifted. Right knee is straight, left knee is straight. Fold over your right leg in this very long pyramid. Walk the back foot in slightly, maybe out towards the left a little bit as well. So you can get a nice deep fold in your pyramid with your left heel pressing into your mat this time. Walk your hands forward, bend into your front knee, step your left leg back. You're in a low lunge. Slide that right leg back behind you, lower all the way down to your belly. Bend your knees, grab your feet. Inhale, lift up for bow pose. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, come up for another forward bow. Exhale, come all the way down. Let's do one more. Lift your heart, lift your chest. Kick back and come all the way down. Straighten out your legs, take your arms out to a T. Roll onto your right side. But bend your left knee and step it in front of your right leg. That whole foot steps in front. Keep that left knee up. Stay on your right hip, but reach your left arm back behind you. Let your left hand kind of grab hold of your right, maybe it's your elbow, or it could be a little bit higher on the right arm. Try to keep pressing that left knee away from your mat, away from your foot. Release your hand, come down to your belly. Switch sides, see out your arm, roll onto your left hip. Bend your right knee, step your right foot forward. Grab onto your right arm somewhere. Oh, that's your left arm actually, sorry. Grab onto your left arm with your right hand. Release your bind, come back to your belly. Press back into a child's pose. Really round your back here. And come to your back. Lay on your back for figure four. We're going to take our right ankle to our left thigh, just above the knee. Using the right elbow, press your right knee away as you draw your left thigh in towards you. Flex both of your feet. My left knee is bent. You might want yours straight or somewhere in between a 90 and a 180 degree bend. Angle, I should say. If your left knee is not bent, go ahead and bend it, bring it to that 90 degrees, and take your left hand, just hold on to that ankle that's right there in front of you. That's your right ankle. If your right hand is still at your left thigh, go ahead and release it. Tee it out towards the right, then drop your legs over to the left, but keep your figure four shape you have. So that right knee is going to stay up towards the ceiling, and you're holding that left ankle kind of right there. That right ankle, sorry. I'm having trouble with my rights and lefts. Look over towards your right. Press that right knee away from the floor. And come back in through the center. Draw both of your knees into your chest. Nice and tight. And bring your knees in real narrow for right now. Okay, figure four, left ankle, right thigh, just above that right knee. Draw your right inner thigh in towards you, or maybe you're at the back of it, draw the back of it in. But do use your left elbow to press your left knee away. Flex your feet. You might even find it a little bit more effective to use your left hand to press that knee away. If your right knee is not at 90, go ahead and take it to 90. Take your right hand to that top ankle. Keep that the figure four legs as they are. Drop your knees over to the right. Tee out your left arm. Take your supine twist with figure four legs. Continue to press that top knee away from your body. So just do that by using your muscles. And come back to center. Draw your knees in nice and tight and narrow. Now we'll take them wide for a happy baby. Grab the inside of your feet. Rock yourself from side to side. Keep your left leg just as it is. Use your peace fingers to grab your big toe on your right foot. Straighten out the right leg and take your right leg out to the side. Press your right heel away from you. You might even get a deeper stretch by releasing the toe and taking your right hand to the inside or the bottom of your right foot. If you can't reach that far, then anywhere on your right leg will do. You can kind of play around too with the angle. The more you open your leg out, the more of a stretch you might feel, or maybe not. Maybe you have to close it a little bit to just find that perfect spot to really get in deep. Let's switch sides. Bend the right knee. Grab the left big toe. Straighten out the left leg. Or grab the bottom of that left foot, but just keep the left leg straight. Flex your toes, press the left heel away from your body. Come back to the center. Bring the bottoms of your feet together like you do in Supta Baddha, but take your arms and bring them underneath your ankles. So coming from the middle here, come underneath and then wrap your hands around so that you can grab the tops of your feet. Good, and then lift your shoulder blades up off the mat. They might automatically do that, and you might do. Feel free to rock yourself from side to side. Or if there's any other movement that feels good here, this is a nice shoulder stretch as well. And very slowly lower back down to the floor. Give yourself one more big squeeze in. Bring your feet to the floor. Let's just do a short bridge. Lift your hips up. Don't overextend. Just feel enough of a stretch in the lift. And an opening in the low back. Very slowly lower your hips down. Take a breath in and out. One more time, bridge pose, lift hips. And lower your hips down. Straighten your legs all the way up. Reach your arms overhead, point your toes. Draw your right knee into your chest, nice and tight, 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 tight. Circle your right ankle around. Then take that knee out a little bit wider towards your armpit more. Release the right leg all the way down. Left knee comes in, pretty narrow. Circle that ankle around. Take it out wide. And release your left leg down. Take a breath in. And then exhale out. You are welcome to stay here for a mini Shavasana if you would like. If you don't have the time for that, just draw your knees into your chest. Roll over to your left side. Press yourself up to the seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. And then exhale out. Thumb knuckle to your third eye center. As we bow forward, let's bid each other namaste. Great job.